Hey, everybody. It's your lovely Lotus Blossom Lizzie. And we are going to be doing maybe 1, 2, or 3 pages here in the Woman Overboard Journal. So get your junk journals out and join me for some junk journal ideas and fun. And if you love junk journaling like I do, then you'll want to make sure that you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification button so that you'll be notified when more videos like this one come out. And if you would like to see this in real time, you can head over to patreon.com/Liz4Day. So as you can see, the first thing that I did was I took out my pouch that I keep all my little bits and bobs in. And I always want to be kind of prepared. I just have some things I've been stashing away and that I decided I wanted to use for this layout. So this particular piece right here was the cover of some kit that I got, and I don't remember exactly even how I used it. I think I used all the pieces in a junk journal, but I decided to cut the images up that were on the cover. I thought they were perfect to go inside the journal itself. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly how I want to put everything. And I also took some journal spots out that I prepared ahead of time. So that's a great tip if you haven't been watching, is to actually just kind of prepare some papers where you can do some journaling on things that have some lines on it. Of course, it doesn't have to have the sewing on it like mine does, but y'all know I love sewing. So the page was white, and y'all, I kind of have an aversion to the white pages. And I have to say, I don't think I have any white pages left in any of my journals after I get done in them. So I decided to take this recipe page and kind of collage it onto this white page so it would come to life. Because, the white blank page is just, it's not inspiring at all. And so I wanted to use this recipe page. And of course, you just have to think out the box whenever you are, trying to pick your pieces to go in. I don't know why I picked that recipe page. I just love the colors, and I like the illustrations on it and the writing, and it was just fantastic for this particular page. And as you can see, I didn't have, or I should say the page was a bit short. So I decided to just, rip some pieces and put them at the bottom so that it would, fill that white space, because that was what I was going for, and mission accomplished. And instead of just tearing the bottom pages off, I just bent them over to the other page, because you know what? I was like, it's not worth the energy, and it looks great to me, because you just have to go with what looks great to you. How does your page feel to you? So now I think I'm ready to put the pieces down that I have, but I noticed, like, in the crease of the book that maybe after opening and closing that page a lot, that piece will come up. So I decided to use some washi tape. Yay for washi tape. Y'all, give this video a thumbs up for washi tape, because we're trying to use as much washi tape as we can. Of course, we don't want to just throw washi tape away, but I picked some pieces that match the page. So, and plus, we're trying to get this video to 10,000 likes. So please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up before you leave. And if you could give it 2, that would be great, but I don't think YouTube works that way. Darn it, YouTube, darn it. So now I'm just kind of placing the pieces on here just to try to get a feel as to how I want to use them. And y'all know I love repetition, so these squares that I cut out are right up my alley. But first I'm going to do a spot of journaling, and I took out my favorite writing utensils, which are the Sharpie ultra fine tip pens. And I like them because there are lots of colors. And no, this is not a sponsored video, but I like them for all the colors that they have, basically. And they write just fantastically, and they write on paint good and different surfaces. So I really enjoy using the fine tips. And I'm really enjoying the journal spots that I made as well. because they work out just perfectly. And so now I'm just kind of adjusting things still just to figure out if this is exactly where I want to put everything. And I think it's going to be okay. And of course, I'm talking on here because you'll know I did this in real time over at the Patreon page. So again, if you want to see this in real time and some other exclusive videos as well, you can head over there to the Patreon channel. Again, it's at patreon.com/Liz for a day. And also, I didn't mention that we have a Facebook group, and the name of the Facebook group is Junk Journal Buddies. So if you enjoy junk journals and you want tons of ideas, I mean, really more ideas than I could ever give you, then go to the description and there's a link there for Junk Journal Buddies. We would love to have you. And at the time of this video, we are over 500 members, so that is awesome. So now I had like this little teddy bear applique, and it was in, I believe it was in like a sewing pouch or something that I got from a thrift store. And I decided to just put it in my book. And I love, of course, y'all know, I love the textures because it's nice and raised. And that teddy bear was just so stinking cute. This was like the perfect spot for it. But at the top, I felt like the page was still kind of missing something. So I decided to use some words or a word out of a magazine, and I cut it down and I used some vintage photo around the edges, and of course I took out my purple glue and stuck that down, and I don't know, all the colors just kind of came together on this. Sometimes I don't know if it's my subconscious that's working with me on these pages, but for some reason this page ended up with a lot of orange on it. And it wasn't that I was looking specifically for pieces with orange. It was like my hand was guided to those pieces. I'm telling the truth. So you all saw this in the last process video where I cut these words out of a brochure. It was a city brochure, and we have some magazine pictures here as well. And I just didn't have time to, get it all together in the last session. So what I decided to do, because y'all know me and the whippersnapper, and if you don't know who the whippersnapper is, the whippersnapper is my SQ9185 brother computerized sewing machine, and I just went around these magazine pieces and zhuzhed them up, and that really made the page. It made everything stand out because everything is better with a little sewing. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I'm using some Aleene's Tacky Glue, and I am going to just glue this down to the page and make a pocket. And you never know, I might use that pocket later, or I might not, but it is ready to go. And then I had like this washi tape that I made, and I decided to put this down because this page was quite a blank. And I also did some sewing on that Beauty for All piece, which again came from a magazine. So sometimes you can find a lot of good stuff in a magazine, and you can take it out of the ghetto and classy it up with some sewing. So that's what I did with this page here. And I just glued everything down with my purple glue again. And then this piece right here that says photo is actually part of a kit that is in the shop. And I'll put a link in the description as well. And I'm going to use my Sharpie again because I don't know, it's just all about the orange. It's all about the orange today. And I'm just going to do a spot of journaling here, which is quite cool. Y'all, I've really been doing journaling lately, and I'm getting better at it. The more I write, the more I want to write. So this page, or this little piece, was almost too small for what I wanted to do here. And then I took my Uniball gold pen and I just kind of gave everything a bit of an outline. And don't worry, I'm going to show you some pictures here at the end. So this book has gotten so fat and I love it so much. So remember to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'm really enjoying this, and I love to hear in the comments what was your favorite part of this process session. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and shove off, and I'm just going to say love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet lotus blossom and lovable Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day and enjoy life.